Good morning, everyone. Today is the 12th of November. It's Monday, 2018. It's roughly 11 in the morning. Zoe and Jane here. It's mild. But it's sort of cool. You can see the snow is around a little bit. So it's hovering around zero. It's definitely damp. And the tree went from a reddish orange to kind of a very dull color, brown. Looks like it's turning now. So, the clouds are, I think, denser than the other day, and they're layered dense, so there's like varying pockets of density, which I think has something to do with the concept of viscosity and the ions. And today we're talking about spheres. That was initially discovered. Spheres are very important to understand in the context of what's going on with the singularity as it approaches, or we're approaching the singularity in this cycle, which is a circle of which everything is, from that molecular sphere to the molecular planets, which is a sphere, and then in between we aren't spheres. No, we're spheres. We just don't see ourselves as spheres. Probably we would have been looking more like spheres. For sure, some people do look like spheres. Yeah, but it's we have like an auric body that's a sphere that we don't see, and apparently some people who are in esoteric sciences understand this, and they go into three different elemental spheres. Well, first is I think a bronze sphere or copper sphere, and then you go into a silver sphere, and then into a gold sphere. That's really interesting because studying my history in Grand Rapids, Michigan, if there is a history there, I don't know if there is, but I think I just latched on to Grand Rapids for some reason due to the Ancestry.com, and my last name being probably connected somewhere in the past to that. And then they have a place there, not about spheres, there was something else. And it just reminded me of something, of the circle root of the Great Lakes, and the fact that all the earthquakes are spheric. When they show up on the Richter scale, it's all like a big sphere, radiating spheres, and that's radiating spirals, which are spheres that are just interdimensional spheres. So we're wondering about how that works in the picture. Yeah, the tree again, which we call Grand Folk Oak. Now, how did that happen to be here on the anomalous curve? Looks like I just dumped it there. Tree leaves, official tree leaf, organic waste bag, which I think all things could become organic. So, inorganic beings, are studying that today. That was interesting. I've been studying so many new things, and it's just mind-boggling, like in different subject areas. So very, a lot to ingest. There's the thing I'm discussing recently in regards to spheres, which has to do with the way that polarity works to create spheres from the singularity, and it's in the neutron-proton spheric exchange, let's say. And this changes for certain reasons that we're not quite certain of, and the cycle of that protonic energy with the neutronic energy, which is the same basically, the dark hole, the black hole, and the bumped out 3-dimension and beyond, is really all about the same thing. It's just where it is on the cycle, sort of thing. So it might look like it's very little proton energy here. Well, maybe there's more proton energy on the other polarized other side. So containing that idea in the whole quantum, that everything is whole and has parts here, parts there, but everything is pretty well quantum, but it just is in a cycle, and trying to understand that cycle, I think, is essential to understanding our place and our missing molecule, that is probably the God particle. But it's probably not missing, it's probably just not seen or known or out of the spectrum range. Perhaps. So who knows? Yeah. So the clouds look very they look dense, they look spherical, trying to create spheres. So a lot of times when you see hurricanes or tornadoes, they are trying to resphere. They probably are collecting at critical mass and converging into another dimension. And today I found out that they didn't get, the scientists, astrophysicists, were very close on trying to figure it out, but they didn't get any data that would suggest that there are multi-dimensions because they didn't have any traceability, because once things go critical mass, the dissolution or the invisible quality that happens at the critical mass point is so fast that I don't think they had a way to trace it. But I think they could in the future if they had some form of system that could do that. I'm not sure how that would work, but I'm seeing that as why. It's like it's such a high level of speed that it probably changes matter into another dimension. Then we could figure out, some people say we never die, we just go into multi-dimensions. Things very much get strange and hard to interpret at that point. We'll try to because we have the constant k and then we have the change and the variable in between, and trying to configure all that, it's really very imperative for our metaphysical understanding of physics, which I think this channel is trying to do. It's very divine comedy. That's why I placed it under comedy, but it's not really funny, but it can be very humorous at times. Trying to figure all this out. Whatever. Oh, I don't know. That's about all for today. I hope you enjoyed my concepts, and that someone would take up the there's a gray squirrel crossing where Festus used to cross. Interesting. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye. I'll go take some pictures. Bye of the bay for you. I'm feeling kind of crappy today, sorry about that. Talk to you soon. Bye.